What's going on, guys? Today we're going to be doing a rapid fire Q&A. So I have 30 seconds to answer 20 questions. So 30 seconds each question. I'm not going to spend any more time and just go through them all. You guys asked me these on Instagram, so let's jump right into it and I'll try and answer them to the best of my ability. So first question is, do you have time to party or go out often, or are you strictly focused on business? While my main focus during the day is business, I do have time to go out and do things like that if I wanted to. I'm not a big partier myself. I enjoy hanging out with people, but I probably spend 4 or 5 hours a day, usually from like noon to 5, 6 p.m. working, and it's very flexible. So if I wanted to, yes, I have a lot of free time, spend it doing other things, going to the gym, playing video games, hanging out with friends. What's your favorite thing you've experienced that was only because of success? I'd say two things. One is all the different people you get to meet and how awesome a lot of those people are that are also successful and think the same way. So it's nice meeting like-minded people. And then just the impact you can have on other people. I guess you don't have to have success for that, but those are my favorites. How to not let emotion affect you. Now, this is more general, but you have to really develop yourself. It's a whole personal development thing. How do you cope with stress? How do you deal with when times get emotional? How do you work when you're sad? And for me, it just took time in figuring out what works for you. For me, I don't let emotions affect me much. And it's because I have a big picture in my head and see reality. It's one bad thing, it's not going to affect everything else I'm doing. So you need to be able to compartmentalize them almost, where, okay, something went wrong here. Okay, that's there. Let me go on with the rest of my day. Were you broke when you first started e-commerce business? I wouldn't say I was broke. I started with $1,200. I think I had like $1,500 in my bank at the time, and I built everything that I have until now off of that. So I wouldn't say broke. And there was at one point when I was ordering inventory, I had my first product that started selling well, and I couldn't keep up with demand, and I ended up having $3 in my bank account for like 2 weeks because I spent all of my money on inventory because I believed this product was going to do well. Best multi-million dollar businesses to start in 2018. Pretty much any business can be a multi-million dollar business. Just finding which one works for you and using the right strategy. You can really do, like I said, any business can be a multi-million dollar business. You just have to know how to grow them, whether it's creating that website or running ads or anything along those lines. But anything online, I would say. What would you say to your 16-year-old self? I'd say keep learning, teach yourself as much as you can, and go try things and actually take action. Stop thinking about it, stop strategizing, and actually go do it. Do you consider someone who mows lawns for a lot of people an entrepreneur? It doesn't matter what you're doing. You can consider yourself an entrepreneur, you cannot. For me, what an entrepreneur is someone who is kind of creating their own path and changing something. Or they don't have a boss, they create their own hours, they're flexible. Now, if you're mowing lawns, you could be considered someone who mows lawns. Or if you're creating a business around it, you're doing marketing and whatnot, then I would consider that an entrepreneur. Again, it's just based off of what certain people, whatever you would define it as. There's no right or wrong answer. How much money do you make a year using your online business? Last year, I made just under 3 million. I made 2.8 just from things online. Now, that was from multiple different sources. But this year should do around the same numbers, should beat it by a little bit, but we will see. What do you do to stay motivated every day? Well, most days I'm motivated because I'm not where I want to be yet. I have things I want to build, and I really enjoy working on certain things. There's a lot of things I don't enjoy working on. Sometimes filming videos is a dread. This one, I enjoy these type of videos. So it's just being consistent with it, where it's not, oh, maybe I'll work today if I'm motivated or not. It's my routine. It's what I do. There isn't, should I work today or should I not? That's what I do. How long did it take you to get where you are? So I started being an entrepreneur, I'd say, when I was around 19. The summer, I was going to community college, and I was kind of bored. I was taking a class, and I started looking things up online, ways to make money, because I worked part-time jobs, didn't enjoy them at all. Even working for like 4 hours, I wanted to kill myself. But I started learning. I learned for about 4 or 5 months, which was a good time. I should have started a little bit sooner. I didn't take action quick enough, but I then failed for 6 months. So it took me a year of making almost no money, and then slowly grew and grew. And now I just turned 23 in July. So it's been a little over 3 years now. Are your cars financed or paid in full? Now, I was never a fan of leasing cars or whatnot, but when you're in this type of online business and different kind of tax rules and whatnot that you can take advantage of or use, a lot of times, now this is advice, it just depends on you and your business and what it is, you can lease a car, and over the life you own that car, or not own but lease it, it'll cost you less. So if I'm leasing my car right now versus someone who paid it in cash, for me, because I might be able to write off those lease payments or a big percent of it for my business, then again, there's a gray area there. There's a lot that goes behind it. It's not just, oh, this is my business car. It's not that simple. If you finance cars, there's a luxury car limit. I believe it's 100,000. You can't, the benefits stop after that. But leasing, you can write off 100% of a lease payment. So it's different. For me, I lease my Aventador SV right now. Because of that, I was going to buy it out. But my lease, I had to put almost 50% down for my lease anyway. And for the Range Rover, I purchased that in cash. GTR was cash when I bought it. And then I did finance my first Lamborghini. Is it true that the first million is the hardest to make? I'd say the first 100,000 is the hardest to make. It's weird the switch that happens once you find some success or you figure it out, because it goes from, oh, I don't know what I can do to make money, what works, to, holy cow, there's so many opportunities. I can make money doing all these things, which is going to be worth the most of my time. So it's easy going from 100,000 to a million. It's not easy going from 0 to 10,000 or from 10,000 to 100,000. That's the hardest part. Once you get there, it's kind of like something clicks. How many sources of income do you have now? I have, let's count. So I have Amazon. I am still starting Shopify. It's almost ready to go active. It's been a long time coming. I have YouTube. I have affiliate for different type of things like Jungle Scout, Viral Launch. I have my courses. I have any paid kind of consulting or coaching. I have investments I have in a business. I'd say probably close to 10, 8 to 10 sources of income. Best investment to do with $10,000, real estate, Forex, gold. Now, I would say if you have $10,000, I don't think it's worth investing into real estate or Forex or gold. Can't really invest into real estate unless you did like a REIT or something. But if you have that much, I don't think it's to the point where you should go and invest in something passive that will grow slowly over time yet. If you have that much, invest some of it into yourself, into learning, into growing your skills that are going to make you more money, because you're not at the point yet where that, like, let's say you get a 10% ROI per year, which is great on 10,000. You just made $1,000 for a year. Well, you could have put that, learned a skill, and then made 5,000 a month, which is 60K, and 6x that in a year by going and investing that in learning. Obviously, if you have more, then I would say probably real estate would be my choice. How do you stay consistent? What I do is just a routine now. You get used to it. I did it for however long, and it's my routine. And like I said, it's what I do every single day. There's no, oh, should I work today? Am I motivated? I do it. What's your long-term investment plan? So right now I'm invested in a couple different businesses, and this next year I plan on getting more into real estate, specifically multifamily, and a little bit in the stock market for fun. But a lot of it is going to be investing through my business in real estate and other passive things that produce cash flow. Number one recommendation for someone starting an Amazon FBA business: know how to do product research and differentiate yourself. Those are the biggest factors when it comes to being successful on Amazon. And don't jump on something just because it has amazing sales and it's too competitive. So that's going to be all for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Now, everyone asks me these questions on Instagram, so make sure you're following my Instagram. I'll leave it in the description so you guys can participate in the next Q&A. If you have any more questions, feel free to drop them in the comments. I will try and answer them all, and I'll see you guys in the next video.